It's just a small lie. It's just a small lie. Reinsuring that her act wasn't wrong, make her right with a smile. It's just a small lie. It's just a small lie. You would say to your friends with a nod that made it feel alright. But on the other side of your right lays now a guy with a wrong, not able to move on, not understanding what's going on. So what's going on? Beside the fact that you are alive, leaving me here behind with a bunch of pictures and lies that in the first place were never even mine. You don't have a voice and even your face isn't yours. I've been knocking and knocking for months, but now I know there was no one behind those doors. And I don't know what's worse, knowing that you don't exist or knowing that she doesn't know of my existence. Because she does exist, not you the liar, but her, the one you've always desired. And even if I was talking to you, in this case just a metaphor, it was her I was wanting to change my whole life for. And even if love represents a big red heart, today I draw a black dagger. Cause the way you hustled me, you did with a lot of swagger. This poem is about love, but it's actually about the downside. Sitting on the passenger seat with a crazy driver, sure ain't a fun ride. And I'm not angry at you, whoever you might be, but this is more a lesson about me and not trusting humanity. Cause what human being with a heart could possibly crush the dreams of a boy who in the first place only wanted some heart. And when it comes to love, I guess I need a babysitter. I mean, how could I even let us be united by some pastor named Twitter? And you've been talking to me, talking about how you want to touch me and kiss me. We even joked about being my personal cook. And yet on our first date, you decided to take me out to Facebook. You promised me that this was just temporary, but deep down inside you knew it was eternity. So the day she got caught, you would at least expect she fought for what was, and eventually still could be. Thalassophobia, I still clicked and surfed to find she erased a multiple identity. See, that's the thing you always knew, why you let me dig deep inside to offer this treasure to you. This heart that was supposed to serve, and this heart that was supposed to be worn by a single queen, does now serve as an excuse to retire from the love scene. Thank you. This is another one, and this is actually for all the guys. I wrote this because it's a personal story, but it's actually about all the guys and how sometimes we do find the right person and we do find the right girl, but because of the experiences we had and the history we had, we just don't allow that person to get closer to us. So this is actually a poem about that. This is the story of a loss. The loss of the only girl who ever loved me. The only time when my pain was served by justice and not an enemy. She had an ear that could carry the weight of a million words and a voice that would bring clarity to my darkest worlds. When unsure, she would say, do it. When scared, she would say, feel it. When weak, she would say, grab it. And then when I was lazy, she would whisper and say, is you stupid? She could hold me tight without being around and give me advice without making a sound. And people await July to smile with some sun on their head. And how did I ever dare to complain when I had my own little summer in my bed? And on rainy days she brought the sunshine, and I was the one who made the sky cry. She was the Z to my alphabet, she would bring me closure. She would serve me like a prince and I would just dispose her. But someday we all get what we deserve, so the thin line between right and wrong suddenly became a curve, and everything I used to see and believe just disappeared. And the truth got unveiled, there she was with a tear holding years and years of pain, so when the tear dropped from the ground rose rain. And it got wet and my clothes were heavy, my head facing down, my secure floor got flooded. And I tried to escape, but no man can fly, at least not when she ain't by your side. Excuse me. But then I realized that it's not only she, but also life that doesn't want to stay with me. So here I am, drowning, trying to fight, but this water is really keeping me tight, and the air extracted from my lungs, and I can't move like water removed from a sponge. And now I can only think of how I could have done things differently, like showing my appreciation or how to cook my favorite recipe, a cheesecake that would be. But now this vision looks blurry, and time is running out, and deaf to my own conscience, I can't hear a sound. So I couldn't hear that sometimes our biggest mistake is not about not giving back, but also what we don't take. Cause truth she said and lie I heard. Trust she seek, distrust she found. A home she built that I crushed to the ground. She didn't have to read me and just put a hand on my heart like it was a page of braille. She passed every test and I still made her fail. They say you don't know what you got till it's gone. I think I always knew, but I thought life was long. I am yesterday who you thought I would never be. And tomorrow, I hope we can finally be the persons that we were always meant to be. I am sorry. Thank you very much. Please bear with me. This is a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. It's not used to doing this. I only do this in my bathroom, and having people here is a little bit. Okay, so the last one is I'm gonna bring someone up, a friend of mine, who's gonna sing a part, just a cappella, and then I'm gonna slam a part. And this last one is actually about, I have a cemetery next to where I live in Brussels, and one day I saw a guy. It was a guy, and he was standing there with a little boy, and I guess he was visiting someone at a grave, and it just touched me, and I started imagining all kinds of stories that might have happened to him. So this one is actually about losing the life of the woman of your life, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nobody to be mad at. She's just gone, and you'll never see her again. So please welcome Yannick, a good friend of mine, who's gonna help me.
What's up, y'all? Just want to say those are vicious lyrics also. Girl, do you remember all the things we used to say? From me being your man to forever we would stay. The endless nights of future talk that you used to bring. From who we would invite to the wedding, song I should sing. But now I'm left alone in this burning room with these memories. I'm going down, still holding on these fantasies. It's so hard to breathe, it's so hard to live. I know you can't see me, but I know you can smell the scent of these flowers. I know you can't feel me, but I know you can smell the scent of these flowers. Yeah.
I lost her to him. Mad at him would be a sin. Looking at an empty bed, happiness I've been misled. Yesterday smiled at me, not dressed in agony. We always spoke eternity, now I speak lonely. They pour liquor for a G, I pour tears for lady. I'm a man, but I still can't witness honesty. So looking straight in the eyes of a painful future, spitting on my wheels of pain, taking how to pursue her. Only way to talk to her, speaking through a flower. Winter time, flower froze. Guess next time I'll bring you a rose. 3 years old, beautiful leaf. Living on, I still believe. Watch her grow, watch her smile. Thinking how you used to be mine. I know you can't see me, but I know you can smell the scent of these flowers. Thank you very much.